is what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet $100. Get $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. Also brought to you by the D-Gen Dance, people. Yes, the D-Gen Dance is here. That is our March Madness bankroll contest. And it's back and better than ever. Free to enter and $1,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs. Plus, we've got our first half under bingo card, which is the real bingo you should be playing, not the one with your grandmother. Enter both contests for free on the SGPN app, which is free to download in the App Store or Google Play Store. And remember, folks, as always, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Pac-Man Jones. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks edition for March 12th. Oh man, got my ass kicked today, but hey, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, well, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dad, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
I want this pilot. It's a matter of national security.
I couldn't find it. That Patty C, you've been out for the football episode got canceled for a week because basketball was coming in so hot.
Sitting here a week waiting for this.
Yeah, but my point is land down under. Can't do it anymore.
Oh no!
Cancel culture.
Oh man!
Thought I was trying to help those guys. All right. Shout out to the chat. Well, I am joined by my co-host here. I guess I've already kind of introduced him. Give it up for former JMU Duke defensive back, the burrito eating, sideline kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing, Patty C in the place to be.
Hi-oh.
It's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name.
Mm-hmm.
When last year I spent more money on spilt liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made.
And obviously, the main co-host here on the college basketball experience, give it up for former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the NFL Gambling Podcast, host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. How are you guys? And we are less than 24 hours away from Selection Sunday. March is here, baby.
Oh yeah. And I want before we dive into it, because we got a lot to talk about today. But I want to give a special, well, I'm going to do a nice shot. How about that? I like it when I get a 1-star review. The review title says cusses for no reason. All right. Then he puts in picks are bad and can't even handicap lines. Happens to be right on today's picks, but when he wrote it on the 10th, completely inaccurate. But then I have 1 hour to listen to podcasts, and it's in the car driving my boys around to practice. And I'm replacing this with something else. I'm a bartender, so get the language thing I do at my job every night, which I don't even know if that's a sentence. But someone is cussing, trying to be cool. Also, advice: no one cool went to ECU, bro. I'm Carolina born and bred.
Well, there's your answer right there.
I will do a shot to that one, huh?
My feelings are hurt.
That's an NC State pussy talking. Read between the lines, people. Oh, there we go.
You took that like Mike Bray, baby. Ooh. After he beat Pitt's ass.
Folks, can you get on over to iTunes and let's rig the election? 5 stars. All right. 5 stars. Let's pretend like we're in some country in South America. Let's rig the election. All right. And well, I guess we did that here too, but I guess anywhere, let's go. Yeah, feels good to get hate. You got hate in your heart, let it out.
You're doing it right.
Didn't Clayton Bigsby say that? All right.
Well, if we're not pissing someone off, we're not trying to be shock jocks here, but we are trying to have an opinion that fucking, registers with the people. We should be pissing people off.
Yeah.
We should get some 1-star reviews.
And NC State, still pussies. All right. Nothing's changed. All right. Nothing's changed. You got to go leave a 1-star review about it? Be my fucking guest. All right.
Hey, he's only got an hour of his day. He said that.
Yeah.
Not even
So
sure
he's
what
a
the hell that
bartender.
means.
He's a bartender and he's giving me shit about cursing.
Right.
What bar do you work at, dude? What bar do you work at?
I mean, here's the
The
thing.
Olive Garden.
Yeah. He's working the salad bar, right? Yeah.
He's pissed at you because he's listening to it with his boys, right? His children. All right, that's your fault, motherfucker.
it's-
That's not our fault.
Exactly.
Those children need to hear some cussing.
That's right.
I
We're
don't
getting
know,
fed the truth early on.
It's not my
Well,
fault you're fucking bartending, all right?
Life's
not
not
my
all
fault.
roses and daisies.
That's right. I'm sure they're gonna fucking believe in Santa Claus till they're 15 too.
Yeah.
We're bringing the truth
Yeah.
here. Fuck you.
But next time I'm in Carolina, let me know if you can hook me up with a free drink or two. I'm there. All right, let's go. All right, guys, we had a wild day.
Yeah.
Dude, I got my ass kicked today. I'll be honest. His statement was accurate for this day only. He wrote that on the 10th. I'm making that an assumption. Yeah, it's got to be a he, right? He said, yeah.
Yeah.
Currently,
I think so.
Currently, UCLA is up 2. Currently, UCLA is up 2.
As you turn on the game.
And I had Grand Canyon, Southern Utah on for a second.
Yeah.
Grand Canyon up 13 at halftime on Southern Utah, which has me just very irritated because I had a future on Southern Utah and Utah Valley. And I feel like Utah Valley is the best team in this conference, but because Southern Utah pulled a fucking Isaiah Thomas in 84, 16 points in 1 minute and 30 seconds, right? Unbelievable. Whatever that was. Right.
I was about to say this game's far from over. They got them right where they want them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know though, because I just feel like Valley's really the best team of this conference. That was like they caught lightning in a bottle. They ruined Valley's season. We'll see. 13 points. Maybe you're right. First game of the day was Cornell Yale. Yale won by 20. Hey, 8 a.m. games, that was fine. I was looking fine. I was on Yale. And I was on Vermont. And actually, I was a little scared about Vermont. At the half, UMass Lowell was up on Vermont. And then Lowell got completely outscored in the second half. Vermont, that gym was packed. It's
Breaking a home court advantage, man.
Vermont's the only team, Patty C, in the continental United States that does not have a football program, a college football program in D1.
Really?
Start your fucking football program.
That's pathetic.
All right?
I mean, it
That
was
is
beautiful.
pathetic.
Yeah.
They show the outside. It's all snow all over the ground up there.
Yeah.
I imagine Vermont basketball Northeast basketball should be good, and it is good because there's snow on the ground, right?
Yeah.
But it would be good if there was football there too,
Come on,
for the same
Vermont.
reason.
Stop being such pussies. But thank you for covering today because that was one of the only fucking bets that I hit. Actually, no, I started out 3-0 because VCU took down St. Louis. What'd you make of this game, Mac? I know you were on the Billikens there. What'd you make of this one?
Yeah, I was impressed with the Rams. They just physically dominated St. Louis. I thought this was a trap spot because St. Louis had just played them tough a week ago. But hey, man, the Rams are the best team in the A-10, but they got to finish the job tomorrow because if they lose, I don't think they're going to get in at large, which would be a shame.
Yeah. Yeah,
they're good enough to be in the tournament. The injuries killed them.
What's the? I guess we'll get to the spread on that one later.
Yeah, we'll get to that one in a minute. But yeah,
you're in Richmond, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I should reveal that.
No, you can reveal that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They know
Man
he's
of
in
the people.
Man of the people. Have you been to that arena before?
Oh yeah, I was there when they clinched against St. Louis last time. I went to 4 games this year because I moved right around Christmas time. So next year, season tickets. I'm going all the time. I love that place. Siegel Center. Everybody in the chat's got to go one time.
I'm a big Ace Baldwin guy. Big Ace Baldwin fan.
I went there when our high school sent Scotty Reynolds to the state championship game there and took an L and then took his second place medallion and threw it into the crowd.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Not
like
his
that.
best moment of sportsmanship ever.
No. I like that.
Yeah,
That's got a lot of Ric Flair there. I like that. All right. I like that a lot.
That's great.
All right. And I encourage anyone to do that. Ohio State, Purdue. Ohio State made me a lot of money the past 2 or 3 games, but came crashing down. Purdue wins by 14. This is where I started to get my ass kicked. All right.
You know why, right?
What do you mean?
Because every dog lost for 10 straight games.
Yeah.
It was pure chalk. If you're a favorites guy that loves to just take the chalk, this was a good day for you.
Shout out to Dylan O'Donnell says I wrote an Apple review just now and I cussed it. Amen. Let's go. So the problem here is that I also was on Chicago radio today and I gave away all these losers. Guess I'm not getting booked back there. Sorry.
You just have to go to Indy. Yep.
Happens. All right. Maybe what is it? Peoria? Talk to me, Peoria.
There you go.
Bradley.
The Burbs. Yeah. The Burbs are alive for COVID.
Okay. I mean, Purdue. What do you think about Purdue? Patty C, we just grabbed dinner and Patty C said, you think Purdue could go all the way this year, Colby? And then earlier today, Real Money Kramer was like, dude, I'm kind of buying into this Purdue team. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Because if they play any team that provides a little bit of pressure to their guards have folded every time, especially with Ohio State pressed them 2 times today and they turned it over 1 out of 2 times and overturned it over twice. I mean, Ohio State was just out of legs. It was like their 5th game or 4th game in 4 days, and they ran out of bodies to guard the giant Yao Ming. Canadian Yao Ming.
Yeah.
32 points for Edie. I don't know if I just saw that clip or if you guys caught that, but they're flashing over and he's just dominating the paint. And they flash over to the Ohio State bench and they're all just like, I don't know what to do about this. No one can stop this shit. So,
dude, I think about that. We had a conversation in the office the other day. I was like, man, I'm glad we have laws. Because it was a couple hundred years ago, Zach Edey could just come in and eat my sandwich and throw me against the fucking wall. Yeah. You know what I mean? Very, very good. That dude is a Viking. He's a fucking Viking. You know what I mean?
Well, that's my point though, is you got that guy. Do you really need great guard play? Can you just beat it? Is he that dominant?
He should be throwing those players.
That's right. Chuck him around, but you can't just lean on him and make a deep run. He's not that special. You obviously have to have several players, but
I think the big thing for me is, can Matt Painter make adjustments? And there's certain coaches that I think, look, and I think Painter's done a good job. I don't think he should be fired or anything. I'm just saying, I think he struggles. The Virginia game stands out to me. He didn't make adjustments late where I thought they had that game won. The St. Peter's game, oh my God, last year, I feel like that game is, I could do a seminar on that game. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to the Boilermakers for getting it done. I also had Missouri plus 9.5 points.
We should have hit on this one.
I know. This is when the day was starting to turn.
Yeah.
The day was starting to turn. So shout out to Bama. Crime pays, I guess. Let's get it done.
They're going to choke in March. It's just setting up for a nice Bama choke job in March. I'm looking forward to it.
What did you think of Homeboy's Miller's comments? Or he's just like, I feel bad for the girl, but that's about all I'm gonna say.
I need to know more on what the fuck the scenario is, though. I feel like maybe he cut a deal. I have no idea. So I mean some of the stuff I find ridiculous, but I also know the Alabama law is on his side.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about the police. I'm talking about the actual fucking law is on his side.
The letter of the law. Yeah.
I mean,
I just feel like to me, he didn't really win me over by, answering that question. Just saying, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not answering. I'm not talking about it.
Yeah. If I were him,
probably smart. Probably
if I
smart.
were him, I would have said no comment.
Yeah.
No comment. No comment. No comment's like one of the best things you can say.
I mean, that's essentially what he did.
How about Nate Oates in the post game? I got a bunch of guys that are high character, very high character. I'm like, this guy,
something like that.
Such a piece of shit. God damn.
Once again, I think, and this is a take people probably won't like to hear, but I think when you have situations now, obviously not around maybe a murder, but when you have like Larry Eustacia, remember him?
Mm-hmm.
The Iowa State coach that was caught like with a beer and like a joint, I feel like, or something to that effect with like in like a dorm room with some girls. I thought that was pretty hilarious. But that's me.
Yeah.
They were of age.
Yeah. Have a little fun. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
It's America, right?
Right. What do you think about Ole Miss apparently having Chris Beard at the top of their list? That's a very SEC move.
I mean, look.
He's innocent.
That's the hard part. Is like we're basically. I kind of think.
You think he's innocent?
No, I think though she retracted her statement and they didn't have a case, but only. I mean, I think that really happened, but it is weird. It is weird. Like she removed herself from the situation, and called like, half a mile down the road.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's just weird.
I mean, to me, it sounded like and from every comment I read, it sounded like a pretty much textbook case of they were drunk in a fight and he probably slapped her around or whatever.
Yeah.
Choked her. And
but
then
it doesn't surprise me.
She retracted it when she realized he was losing millions of dollars.
I'm pretty sure he did. But I mean, once again, if you're trying to follow the law and there's no fucking then it's really hard to prove.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean? From a legal standpoint, innocent until proven guilty all the way. And even to an extent, I think I'm more so than a lot of people on this. From a losing your job standpoint, innocent until proven fucking guilty. But if Texas is firing him and then Ole Miss is sweeping in, it's just no one else is sweeping in right now but Ole Miss, and it's just a very SEC thing. That goes along with everything.
It's right on brand. It's right on brand. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Greg Sankey probably when he saw Chris Beard, really? Chris Beard's fire.
Yeah, we could increase the brand, baby.
Let's give him a call.
Let's bring him and Pitino in.
You did this? Okay. We can get around that. I had Howard -2 against Norfolk State. To be honest, I'm actually kind of happy here. And this is where I have a future on Howard. I think it was +3 and change. I want to say it was like 350, I think. So I shouldn't be bitching the way I but I also did personally bet Howard -2. I still came out I made money on Howard, so I shouldn't bitch there, but still.
That was a great game.
That was a great game. And to be honest, like Norfolk State kind of pissed away that game on a bad inbounds pass. So, man, Howard gets it done for us. Shout out to Howard. First time in the NCAA tournament. I think it says 92. Let's go Bison. Wow. Let's go.
Yeah. That inbound when they just throw it away and no one touches it. Just throw it straight out of bounds.
Oh man. If you're a Norfolk State fan, you gotta be sick to your stomach about that. They kind of had the game won. Penn, Princeton. I hit on this one too. Thankfully. Princeton. Now I'm one game away on a Princeton future. All right, let's see if we can get it done tomorrow. Cincinnati. Luckily, I didn't bet this, but Cincinnati got housed by Houston. You see Marcus Sasser? You see what happened to Marcus Sasser?
Yeah, man, he got hurt again.
I wonder if how long this is crazy because I was telling Patty C this earlier. We were talking, and I was like, okay, UCLA, I had a future on. TCU, I had a future on. I didn't have a future on Houston, but I thought they could win it all. Every team that I think could win it all, even Texas, you could say the Beard situation, but they're making that thing work. I feel like even Kansas health conditions. Every team has every team has an issue right now.
Yep.
That means hell, Grand Canyon's gonna win it all. All right.
It's wide open, man.
Yeah, what'd you make of this game?
Wait, which game was this?
Houston, Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm like, we were going through all these teams. I'm like, wait. Yeah, Houston dominated business like usual. Kind of just beat up Cincinnati. I kind of was surprised that they beat them down the way that they did. I thought Cincinnati would put more of a fight, but I mean, the big headline, Sasser, how serious this ankle injury is.
Yeah, I thought it was a groin.
Sorry,
injury.
groin. The first one was an ankle. The first one against ECU. The first one was an ankle.
Yeah.
And then it was a groin, and last year was a knee.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now. I don't see any updates on terms of an injury timeline.
He left the game. I mean, didn't return. Maybe that's just them being safe. I don't know. Fordham, Dayton was a fantastic game. I took Fordham. I think it was +6.5. Didn't cover. This game should have covered.
This should have covered. This game was back and forth the whole way, and then Dayton pulled away with some free throws at the end.
So it sets up for Dayton VCU. Winner goes to the tournament, and the loser probably does not. In the A10 tomorrow, Patty C.
VCU, would you say clearly the better team here?
I think they're better. I don't know about clearly. I think they're the top two. I don't know. I think St. Louis's roster is really good too, but they just have the shittiest of the three coaches.
8-game win streak for VCU. I think that helps.
I do think VCU is the better team, but Dayton presents challenges. They're long and they're athletic. Yeah, exactly. And I think they can present challenges because VCU sometimes goes through long scoring droughts.
Yep.
You're a UVA fan. You know what that's like, right?
Yeah. Saw that firsthand tonight.
It's a Virginia thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Dayton for that win. I took Vanderbilt against A&M. Jerry Stackhouse had me fired up.
They got
let down city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was getting my ass kicked today. I took Indiana. I was on Chicago radio. They asked me this one. I said, Indiana's going to win this game. Penn State's magic is up. Nope.
Far
Pick
from
Dundee.
up, man. Wrong.
Pick Dundee, just a fucking idiot. All right. Shout out to Penn State, man. They are playing ball. They are playing ball. This is a great story developing here.
Yep.
How long has that coach been there?
2 years. Micah Shrewsbury. There's talk that Georgetown might be in contact with him, which I don't know. What do you make of that one? If Georgetown hires Micah Shrewsbury,
I think it's a home run for Georgetown. I don't know if Shrewsbury wants to go there, but I mean, Georgetown's one of the premier jobs still.
Yeah,
and this is his first head coaching gig. Shrewsbury.
Yeah, he was a Matt Painter assistant actually for a long time. So we'll see how he does in the tournament.
It's pretty quick turnaround. Yeah, I'd say if you're Georgetown, you're a quality of program that you want more of a track record, but it's a pretty good start.
I mean, anything's gonna be better than Ewing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, did you see how that Arizona UCLA game just ended?
I saw UCLA missed a 3, right?
Yeah, wide open 3 at the buzzer.
Yeah. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I love
what
it.
A game. What a game.
I kind of love it though, because I think you can get good value on UCLA. You could also say, we don't even need you in the conference because you haven't won a Pac-12 championship in quite a while.
Yeah.
Texas Southern Grambling. Oh boy. I had a future on Grambling. I know I'm okay losing this because I know Mac had a plus 1,300 on Texas Southern. Texas Southern deserved to win this game though.
Yeah.
Grambling's effort down the stretch bothered me, and I don't want to make excuses, but because Southern was up to start the game, they were up 20. They were the better team. They got it done. Shout out to Texas Southern. I mean, this came out of the fucking blue, in my opinion. But hey, they have a knack for doing this. What'd you make of this game, man?
It's incredible. Johnny Jones does it once again at Texas Southern. They're the 8th seed, and they just ran right through it like it was nothing. This was like their closest game.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They get it done, Patty. I mean, magic. Texas Southern magic.
Like half their wins have been in the conference tournament.
Yeah. It's fascinating.
20 losses in the dance.
All right, folks, before we get to the next game, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WynnBET. Look, WynnBET's active in a bunch of states, and there's tons of ways to win, including live betting and same game parlays, aka WynnBET's build your own bet. Yes, and March Madness is here, so there's plenty of ways to win on college basketball. There's also ways to win on NBA, NHL, XFL. Sign up today to receive a special offer. Bet $100. Get $100. Limited state availability. And of course, don't forget our DGens only. If you hit the biggest long shot parlay of the week, you get $1,000 free credit. There's so much to choose from. All you have to do is head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/winbet so they know we sent you. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. Offer subject to James terms and conditions. WinBet.com must be 21 over present state where WinBet is available. If you wish to know it's a game, problem call 1-800-522-4700. All right. I mean, next up, wow, Tulane, Ron Hunter. I'm a Ron Hunter fan, but fuck, 40-point loss.
Oh my god.
Oh my, I did not. Tulane had swept them in the regular season. That thing. It's hard to beat a team 3 times this season. Holy shit, you are right. 40-point win by Memphis.
Wait, did Memphis and Houston split the regular season?
No. Memphis Houston lost both by like the final couple possessions in each game.
That's an interesting game.
Unbelievable. Lost by Tulane there. Texas, Kansas. I had a large wager on Kansas. I ate a big old bowl of shit on this one. Mac, you're the Big 12 specialist. Talk to me about Texas and why they're going to win the national championship.
I don't know if they will, but man, they got a shot with the development of their bigs. Dylan DeSue was a man out there. What did he finish with? 18-6 or 18-7. They couldn't guard him, and I kept waiting for Kansas to make a run like they always do, but they couldn't get a stop. Texas just kept shooting layup after layup after layup. Rodney Terry, what a job, man! I mean, this team is long. They did this without Timmy Allen too.
He is doing a great job, and they should extend him.
No doubt.
They should extend them. Come on.
I'm trying to figure out where Texas dominated them on the stat sheet. I guess turnovers.
Yeah.
You know, Kansas was turning the ball over much more frequently. Rugged defense by the Longhorns.
Yeah.
20-point win. That is against a presumably still a 1 seed in Kansas.
B-Sip, I think, has a point. He goes, these are the worst 1 seeds of all time. They really are. I think he's right.
Agree. I
think he's
with
right.
Yep.
That's why this tournament might be
awesome.
Might be amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Utah State, San Diego State. This was good. This one was a lot of fun. This one was one of the better games of the day. I felt like that was another thing. There's a lot of blowouts today. Kramer was over here in the studio watching. There was a lot of blowouts, but man, Utah State, San Diego State never disappoints. As San Diego State gets it done. I was on San Diego State, so all right. I hit one there. I didn't bet it though. What'd you do here?
Even though they weren't competitive, I gotta pull up what I did there.
What were you gonna say?
What I'm saying is this is the day. If there was one day of the year that you could introduce someone to college basketball, I think this would be a great starting point. Or if you had to pick a day of the year to introduce someone, because anytime before this, there's a lot of, but this is essentially championship day. This is the first day of the tournament.
Last Saturday was fucking incredible, dude.
That's true, too.
Yeah,
I mean, but you're having championships across the board today.
Yeah.
Or at worst semifinals.
Yeah, true. What'd you make of the Aztecs, Mac?
Really good defensive team once again. They kind of just shut down Utah State in that second half. They're long, athletic. It just looks like another San Diego State team. Be interested to see what kind of draw they get.
Yeah, they're going to be a dangerous team to depending on who they get. Who they get.
Yep.
Well, at least I had this one, Cash. Kent State gets it done. Who are you on in this game?
Kent. I locked it with you.
Okay.
I almost took Kent.
Kent State plus 160 cashes for me too. I had that as a future to win the MAC, and I took Kent State to beat Toledo. I can't wait to watch Kent State in this NCAA tournament, man. I cannot wait. Shout out to Real Money Kramer because Marist plus 14.5 did not cash, and I feel bad for him because Marist cut this thing to 4.
Yeah, on a dunk. Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe Iona ended up winning by 21. I feel like this really should have covered. It should have hit.
Brutal.
Hey, Pitino's dancing though.
Tournament has dancing.
That. Yeah. Iona's going to go to the Final Four, aren't they?
And then he's going to walk. And then he's going to walk to St. John's.
Yeah. I was saying that with Colby. I was like, as much as I want him at Georgetown, St. John's needs a revival. I was looking back at their history. They'd never been great, with the exception of like 84 and 85. They won 30 games
Walter
twice.
Berry and Mark Jackson and Chris Mullen.
Right around the time Coming to America, when they go to the St. John's game, was when they were elite. After that, they've been mediocre.
Late
Before that, they were mediocre.
When they had like LeVar Postel, Bootsy Thornton, and Ron Artest. They were really fun
baller
team.
But he would be great.
Yeah,
just a straight up mob boss look.
Dude,
in New York City.
He could win the national championship there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
He could do it, or at least Final Four. He could get him to the Final Four. Next up, Xavier Marquette. I decided to bet a little bit of money on Xavier. Shout out. I'm a big Shaka Smart fan, but I did not think I'm actually like dumbfounded on this one, Mac. Remember our preseason episode? I was like, when we found out Justin Lewis wasn't coming back to Marquette, I'm like, you know what? Marquette's going to have a tough year. Shaka's my guy. He's going to have a tough year. I got them projected to second or third to last in the Big East. Not only that, Shaka Smart says this big Dundee guy's a fucking idiot. He wins the entire Big East. Shout out to Shaka Smart.
Well, in your defense, pretty much everyone had Marquette pretty low in the preseason. Xavier, did they bust their nut yesterday, beating Creighton by 22? They come out and take a 15-point L today against Marquette, or 14-point.
Yeah.
You think they a little tired there potentially?
I mean, I all year I've been waiting for that downfall, and like I said, I look like a fool. Shout out to Darrell. Also mentions Eric Barkley. He was on that St. John's team too. He was nasty.
Damn, that was a stacked little roster there.
That was a great team. Remember they had Felipe Lopez also back in the day, but they kind of disappointed with Felipe Lopez.
Wait, was Felipe Lopez the dude who was in the 30 for 30?
Did they do a 30 for 30 on him?
I think he was. He was supposed to be like the 5-star national player of the year.
Yeah, I remember that Sporting News.
Yeah.
Remember reading up on Felipe Lopez?
Yeah.
Anyway, what can Marquette win it all back?
Why not? I mean, the way we've said, I don't know how good this team's going to be, but they don't have a senior that they play. It's all their sophomore class that came back from their freshman year. Kind of rare in the transfer portal era because everybody transfers nowadays. So I don't know if they can win it all, but I think they could get to the Final Four. They're hard to guard.
Today I was watching them just destroy my bet from the minute the game started, and I was like,
yeah, damn.
This team is really good, and I keep losing money on this on fading Marquette. Shaka, sorry, man.
No upperclassmen or no true vets. You're saying, or very few.
Yeah.
They're all sophomores and freshmen.
Yeah, defying the odds. That's
gonna be tough down the stretch.
So I was also on that radio show. It was a great program, but they asked me, what's your number one lock of the day? I was like, UAB is going to beat Florida Atlantic. I was like, UAB is going to beat Florida Atlantic. That game opened up with Florida Atlantic up like 15. Telling you. Sorry. The land down under.
It was a reverse of yesterday, man. UAB got their ass kicked.
Yeah.
I ate shit on this one big time with you.
What a season for Florida Atlantic. 31-3.
Yeah.
31-3. Watch out for they're going to win it all. Let's just do this for every fucking team. Is Florida Atlantic going to win the national championship this year?
Why not?
I mean, they could go to the Final Four. Yeah.
Yeah. They're good. They got good guards. They're big, physical. They've proven they can win high major games. They won at the Swamp. I know Florida's not that good, but it's one of their few opportunities, and they won every other game, it feels like.
Kennis was at this game. Shout out to that.
Yeah.
Says they were all over Jelly Walker. Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Beat him up.
I saw Vermont had a really difficult or poor non-conference record. I want to say it was like 8-8 or something.
Yeah.
Versus like a pretty stellar in-conference record. We see Florida Atlantic 18-2 in conference, but 13-1 out of conference. Do they have a soft ass non-conference slate?
They beat. Was it Florida?
They lost to Ole Miss early
in the opener, I believe, and then
Then they never lost again.
But Vermont also Vermont went on a California trip.
Yeah, Vermont.
Dude.
That's what I'm
they
saying.
They went and played like St. Mary's, USC, and
they're trying to
Fullerton
make their
back to back to
next
back.
step as a program.
Like, okay, I mean, you're going all the way across the fucking nation now. I think Florida Atlantic would fuck up Vermont, but I still think it's a little different. It's a little different. Duke, Virginia, Patty C, the floor is yours.
Well, like I was telling Colby, it was very apparent, like the difference in talent, and Virginia, there was something that could be exploited on each and every player, and Duke managed to exploit it. Now, the thing that they exploited with Kihei Clark was leaving him open because he couldn't hit a shot. Right?
Looking like a young Muggsy Bogues today.
Yep.
They were 4 from 17 from 3. I love Muggsy Bogues, by the way. All right, Dunbar's team was the greatest fucking team, but I'm just saying there was a phase where you could leave Muggsy Bogues wide open and he would not deliver the jumper. All right, he's still the great. As far as I'm concerned, it's like the greatest story in the history of sports. 5'3" guy.
Kicking ass and taking names.
Playing like 20 years in the NBA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the greatest story in the history of sports. Better than Jim Abbott, I believe. Right. and I think if you watch that documentary, I think he gets like a shotgun blast or something, or he gets shot or something like when he's really young. He's had a crazy life. So I don't mean to just shit on Muggsy Bogues for no reason, but I'm just saying it reminded me of that. And they could not hit an open shot. 4 for 17 from 3. You cut it to 4. I thought you had it. I did have an issue with one of the calls. Thought the guy forced him out of bounds, but you know what? After the last matchup, got to call that a wash.
Let me rattle this, okay? McNeely, I don't know. You guys don't care, right? But McNeely, not athletic enough, white guy. All you have to do is put a big athlete on him. He's shut down.
Peter McNeely Jr. Caden
Shedrick should get more playtime. That's where Tony Bennett's fucking up.
Yeah.
That guy is the most impactful offensive end two-way player on that team. And Tony Bennett's like, let me bench him like he did half the season. Dude, Tony, what the fuck are you doing? Give me more Caden.
You missed Vanderplas tonight. I thought big time.
Yeah.
That's probably
he
what
can
it
stretch
is.
the floor. So, hey, Darrell brings up a good point, guys. He says, "What's the live showtime for the bracket reveal?" We're gonna go live as they are releasing that. How about that? Tomorrow, 4:00 Pacific. We're gonna try to go live as they are doing it. We'll have Noah Beanick. Hopefully, I know he's done some stuff behind the scenes. Hopefully, he's available. If not, you're going to hear my stupid face rattling off, what I think the tournament should be. But yeah, tomorrow, 4:00 Pacific, 7:00 Eastern, we will be talking essentially and bracket reveal. You know what I mean? Like we're going to go through what games we like, what matchups with sleepers, who got the hardest region, all that good stuff. So make sure you're subscribed. Yeah, I mean, Duke's on fire right now, Mac. I know you are a large Duke hater, but what's their ceiling? Are you changing your mind at all?
Sweet 16.
I think it could be better.
Could
be better.
Hey, you know what? Hey, all aboard the Duke hype train. They're coming in hot. I know. They've won 9 in a row, but hey, they're playing in a mid-major league. But you know what? I gotta say, John Shire did a great job this year because I thought when they got drilled at Miami and lost a game to Virginia, I was like, this team's done. They're not going
26 wins right now. 26 wins to end the season.
I hear you, but you got to remember who they're playing against too.
I understand, but 26 wins is 26 wins. When you look back 10 years from now, you're not going to remember, hey, that year was super weak. You're going to say, damn, the guy won 26 games in his first year.
Won the ACC tournament.
I can't wait. I can't wait till they play Oral Roberts or Drake, and then all Duke fans are like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Finally, to end the night, I had UC Santa Barbara and my future of UC Santa Barbara cash. So it wasn't all total shit. I had a couple shining moments. Santa Barbara wins by 10 against Fullerton in the Big West Championship. Watch out because Santa Barbara is going to be a live dog. I'm telling you right now, Santa Barbara is going to be a live dog. And then Arizona beats UCLA by 2. What's up? What were you going to say?
The chat is saying Duke is a projected 3 seed now.
That's ridiculous. That should not happen.
That could happen. We've seen this in multiple years where they've been overseeded by about 2 seed lengths. 2017 comes to mind with Jason Tatum and that group when they went on the run, and then they were a 2 seed. And then, of course, they got beat down by South Carolina in the round of 32. If anybody else couldn't remember that night in Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Frank Martin, baby.
I want to key in on that. The futures. So I still have a Memphis future at plus 450 riding tomorrow. I have a Princeton future at plus 230 riding tomorrow. I hit on Kent State. I did a pretty damn good job this year. I know you had some great success too, Mac. I would have hit on UAB. It didn't work out. And I also would have hit on Kansas. Didn't work out. I either had the team that hit, or I feel like I had the team that lost in the championship game, which obviously awards you no points. But obviously I had SEMO. That was a big one for me at plus, I think 11 or plus 1100 if memory serves me correct. Mm-hmm. Also, I did get my ass whooped in the Big Ten. I had Virginia in the ACC. Of course, they couldn't do me the favor, but I had Howard. That was accomplished. And I feel like I had a pretty good run. I had Vermont that hit. Drake hit for me. Asheville, UNC Asheville hit for me. So we had a pretty good run there. Kennesaw State hit for me. Northern Kentucky hit for me. Colgate hit for me. All right. So look, I might have sucked ass today on some of my picks, but damn it, futures were doing good. And obviously Moneyline Mac had the big one with Texas Southern.
This is your John Starks game 6 versus game 7 performance. This is your game 7.
Exactly. All right. Game balls, folks. Let's do this. Right now, by the way, Grand Canyon up 16 on Southern Utah with 10 minutes left. This was around the time they came back from 16 last night. I feel like actually it was probably more like 6 minutes, but game ball, Patty C. I'm gonna let you lead the way, or do you want to trail?
Give me one moment.
All right, Mac, you're first.
Texas Southern. They go from 8 seed. They're going back dancing. 20 losses. Who cares? Johnny Jones gets it done, and let's see if they can win the playing game on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll go with Howard. You haven't been dancing since 1992. You were down 4 with I think 20 seconds left. It was, and you lose. I'm sorry, and you win. I'm sorry, and you win. I'm gonna give the game ball for Howard. Patty C. Who are you going with your first game ball?
I hate to say this, but I got to give you the Texas. Pulling a major ass upset over
Hook 'em horns twice in a row against Kansas.
Yeah.
Jeez, getting it done though, impressive.
Mac, back to you for your second game ball.
Marquette. I mean, we kind of, I think we both picked them last or second to last in the Big East in the preview. They didn't just do that. They won both Big East. They won the regular season, tournament, and I mean, sky's the limit for this team. This team's good.
Yeah. My second and final game ball has got to go to Penn State.
Yeah. I was gonna go Penn State too.
What the hell's going on over at Penn State? Is Franco Harris playing for them? What the fuck is going on? They're just on fire now.
Every other of the 5 games tomorrow is 1 versus 2. That's a 1 versus 10. True Cinderella.
Wild. Patty C, who's your final game ball?
Well, then, if you're going to take Penn State, I guess I just got to go Houston. Completing the season, number 1.
No, they still have Memphis tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. They got, sorry.
Don't give them that game ball. They
shit, man. Yeah. Maybe I'll backtrack on that one. Let's see if there's one other one out there.
I would say,
you know what?
Fuck it. Duke.
I'll give credit where it's due. I'll give it to Duke. I'll give it to John Shire.
Absolutely.
You know,
NC Nick. What, he's going to Venmo you $20? What the fuck's going on?
I'll say this.
Paid for that game ball.
they may be the classic version of too young to know that they shouldn't be winning, including Shire, especially Shire is probably, hasn't been there. I mean, I guess he's been with K for long enough, but this is his first time in the saddle. I think that probably makes a difference.
Yeah.
What do you think Coach K was doing tonight?
Probably. Well, when we had Jay Billis on last year, he said he was getting into gardening, which I find that hard to believe, but yeah, I don't know. He's probably having like a Chardonnay. I picture Coach K as a Chardonnay guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just probably having Chardonnay with the wife. Gonna watch Outer Banks.
Yeah.
And then Go right into
60 minutes.
Oh man, he's
CSI.
probably happy. He's probably happy. All right. All right, folks. I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Fantasy is heating up for March Madness. They got college pick'em, and it's a great way to get in on all the action, especially if your bracket is busted after day one, which, let's be honest, it happens to us all. All right. Plus, Underdog Fantasy has your favorite college basketball player props, which I fucking love. You got to get in there. Head over to underdogfantasy.com. Use the promo code SGPN for 100% deposit bonus up to $100. That's underdogfantasy.com. Promo code SGPN. All right. Darrell Brown says, no, Coach K drinks liquor.
Corn liquor. I have no
corn
way.
liquor. I'm sorry. I didn't even see the corn. What is that? I don't even know.
Now
what the
I got to
fuck
look
that
up
is.
corn liquor.
I feel like, is that like a, what is that? Is that like a sweet wine? You know what I mean? I feel like everything comes from corn, doesn't it? I feel like wheat,
vodka.
corn.
No, vodka's.
Yeah, I think I've had
vodka's potato, right? I don't know what this shit. I think vodka can come from a lot of different shit.
Bottle of Georgia Moon corn whiskey.
Shout out to Todd. Y'all get the game ball for the last month on fire. Well, except for me today. Making me straight moolah. Shout out to the college basketball experience. Shout out to you, Todd. There you go. I like Fallon Iverson says Coach K drinks warm Sprite. That's honey. Get me something strong.
Hot dog water.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a Sprite, honey. Not from the fridge.
Ginger ale.
Okay, so Darrell says corn whiskey is made from a mash with 80% corn and distilled to a maximum. Okay, that makes some sense. That makes some
160
sense.
proof.
He's saying
he's giving Coach K.
He went to Army. He did go to Army. You know, Coach K's college basketball coaches. When he was on the Army basketball team, Bobby Knight was his head coach. You know who his assistant was? Bill fucking Parcells.
That's a lot of assholes in one room.
Bill Parcells was the assistant basketball coach for Coach K at Army. Fucking insane. All right. Yeah. If you're ever on Jeopardy and you hit on that, I want fucking 10% of that of your winnings. All right. Yeah.
Coach K does have the face like he's drank some nasty ass whiskey and it's just stuck there.
Yeah.
Little mousy frown.
Although, man, like sometimes I watched that Tobacco Road documentary. It was great. And I definitely saw like a little badass side of Coach K when he's telling that, like, there's a part in that documentary, I think, where like him and Dean Smith are arguing. He's like, "Fuck you, Dean!
Yeah.
Fuck you!" And I was like, "Man, Coach K, I never thought he would curse like that." And I was getting on board. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe I'm all wrong. Maybe I'm all mixed up, Petty C. Maybe Limp Bizkit is good music. I don't know.
Coach K's a weirdo.
Always confused about everything.
I am confused about everything except for that pussy who left a 1-star review. All right. I'm not confused about
you
him.
are a pussy.
Yeah, he is a pussy. All right.
Drink some ginger ale.
Yes. Yeah. All right, let's get to picking winners. All right, because tomorrow 9 a.m. the private school pussy contest is going on. Princeton, Yale. Make sure to wear your mask at the free throw line, folks. Yale is laying 3. Oh, I'm all over Princeton. This is a home game. I mean, Yale's been rolling though. I'm no Duke fan. NC Nick is a Duke fan. My favorite team of all time is the UNLV Running Rebels, who beat Duke by 30. Patty C can attest. I would like to see Duke lose almost every game. There's only certain circumstances, like Patty C last year. I was rooting for North Carolina and Hubert Davis.
Yeah.
The final game at Cameron Indoor.
Of course.
I was the biggest Carolina fan because I love sports misery. I want Dan Snyder to keep the Redskins or whatever they call it, right? Not because I like Dan Snyder, because I want the fan base to be stuck in sports misery because I don't want to see them succeed. All right. It's fantastic. I like sports misery.
I was asking Colby who we thought, who he'd like to see win the national championship. He said maybe Gonzaga, but he said I'd actually like to see them go to the national championship and lose. Why?
Because I'm like a half-court game winner because I enjoy sports misery. I've seen their fan base; they're great fans. Yeah. It's like the time the Cubs lost to the Marlins. Remember that? I was so happy about that. So Scott G, those private school pussies got your 2 wins today, Dundee. That's true. That's true, Scott. You got a good point. You got a very good point. Yale's laying 3. I'm all over Princeton. Do we got Durst back in the chat? Your music is great. I'm the idiot. You're the best. I'm the worst. Mac, what are you doing here in the private school pussy championship?
Who gives a shit? I'm surprised that they're even playing this game. I'll go Princeton. They're at home. I'm with you.
Yeah, Princeton's at home at the Jadwin Gymnasium. Patty C, what are you doing in this one?
I mean, looking back at Princeton basketball, there was a time when they were great in the late 80s, early 90s. 7 tournament berths in 10 years.
Yeah.
Gone are those days. Yale is, to me, the cream of the crop in the Ivy League. Gimme the Bulldogs.
Going with Yale. All right. Next up, an hour later, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, if my math is right. Dayton, VCU, and Brooklyn. VCU's laying 2.5. You know what I'm doing here. VCU minus 2.5, but I'll be honest. This might come down to the final possession of the game, but I'm still laying the 2.5, hoping they make some free throws. Sam T says he's a huge Limp Bizkit fan. See, what do I know? Right. Mac, what are you doing here in this one?
I love VCU. You know why? Third game in 3 days. So that style of play, they wear you down with their athleticism. I'm going to lock VCU. They're going to get this done. Statement. Let's go. Ram it.
Are you just saying that so your neighbors don't like dog shit on your front door, on your front porch?
Well, if they do that, I won't know till the following week because I leave here in about a couple hours for Vegas.
That's true.
So
Vegas,
don't do that.
Vegas.
See
All right.
See everybody out there. Ram
money line. Fran Dumfries in the chat. He says he bagged a chick under the bleachers at the Jadwin. Isn't there a great Mickey Mantle story about that?
He's banging a chick in the dugout or something
underneath the bleachers of Yankee Stadium.
Really?
There's a great story on that. I forget. I gotta pull that up. Shout out to that's not really Fran Dunphy for listening to this on the audio side of things. That's Fran Dunphy, the alias here, probably a part of the Limp Bizkit. Texas, Patty C, what are you doing in this Dayton VCU game? You going VCU?
Here's the thing. Anthony Grant,
former VCU coach.
Yes.
Yep.
This would be his first tournament bid or first tournament berth. He should have been there when he was would have been a 1 seed
with COVID.
He got jobbed. He's
29-2. He is due.
Yeah.
We're going Dayton here.
Ooh, there you go. Texas A&M, the buzzsaw taking on Alabama. I've been fading Alabama the past 2 games. I've been eating shit. Alabama's laying 4.5. I'm still doing it. You don't change horses midstream. Give me Texas A&M plus 4.5, and I will. Where the hell's my music here? I'm playing Tecmo music. I will lock it up. Let's go. Pick Dundee. Riding with the basket. A&M's a basketball school now. They're a basketball school. What are you doing here? Patty C?
Plus 4.5. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? They just whooped them a week or 2 back, right? Does that mean that Alabama is out for revenge and that,
probably
they'll have figured it out?
You should probably take Bama because I've been eating shit fading Bama. All right.
I feel like the dive into the stink play would be to take Texas A&M.
I'm just saying for me, it's like I finally figured out Steve Alford. So something else had to get unraveled. It was my analysis on Alabama, I think. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm with you. A&M's going to win. Money line. Let's go.
Let's go.
We're going to beat them up physically.
Let's go.
Baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Lock it up. Lock
triple
it
lock,
up.
Ben.
Triple lock.
Baby.
I can still play the triple lock music. Triple lock for the Aggies. That's my buzzsaw. All right. It's not as good as stacking the money greens. Memphis, Houston, AAC championship. Well, you telling me Marcus Sasser's probably not going to play this game? Memphis just won by 40. I'm buying into the Tigers. I will lock up Memphis plus 6. Sprinkle some on the money line. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm with you because Houston never blows out Memphis, even when they have Sasser. So why would they blow them out this time? Let's go. Memphis, sprinkle some on the money line again.
Patty C, you go with Petty? You going with
8-point loss at Houston, 2-point loss at home. This game's being played where?
In Fort Worth, Texas. Not Houston.
Fort Worth. Sorry.
Yeah, that's actually somewhat
Basically,
far away.
Somewhat neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too many points without Sasser. I'm all over it.
Gonna lock it?
Lock it up.
Oh, I love it.
Triple lock.
Triple
We
lock.
Tigers.
Yes. Here we go. First.
I think tide turning. As I remember, I was raised in the desert, but tides kind of turn. It's easy to see a tide turn.
Did I say those words?
Did I say those words?
Let's lock it up. Did I say those words? Give me Memphis on the money line. Triple lock.
So,
We Tigers.
what is he saying? But I was born in the desert. Like he's
I got no idea.
never seen a tide turn because
Okay.
he's
What is
just under the assumption it's easy to see a tide
Let
turn.
me ask you this. Well, what is he saying with this?
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Actually, he's making a lot of sense there. Actually,
Great.
it's kind of winning me over right
He's
there.
spot
I'm like,
on.
yeah, you got my attention. All right, yeah, you're on to something here. All right, Penn State, Purdue, 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern. Purdue's laying 6.5 points.
Midnight for Cinderella here.
Yeah.
Come along with the snorts. Swim along with the snorts. So much to see waiting for you and me. Have some fun with the snorts.
I'm snorking in this one. Give me Purdue minus the points. Give me Purdue. They fucked them up the 2 times they played them. I think it's a bad matchup. I'm laying the points. Can't believe I'm saying that. It's disgusting. Patty C, what are you doing here?
Shrewsbury even sounds like a name that would be in Cinderella.
Shrewsbury tastes like Shrewsbury. Right?
Former Matt Painter assistant.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
there's that angle too.
He knows.
Oh,
him.
hold on. I got something for that. So we take Matt Painter because
I understand how the bastard thinks. I taught him. Now I own one.
what are you doing, Mac? What are you doing in this one?
This is Ohio State all over again today. Purdue's gonna put it on them. It's four games in 4 days when you got to guard Edie. That's not a good formula. I'll lock up the Boilermakers.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm on board here, and I need a few more plays. So
And they're
I'll
trying to
join you
get
on
the
lock.
1 seed.
Triple lock, Patty C.
What do we got as the spread again? It's
6.5.
6.5. Fuck you. I'm on Cinderella, baby. I'm a believer. I got heart here. You guys are front runners, and I'm with the Lions.
Don't
baby.
curse.
sorry.
Lexa sucks. It might give us another 1 star. All right. Yeah.
Lexus sucks.
That Lexa sucks.
Oh,
310.
Lexa.
He wrote that on 310. Shout out to Lexa sucks for being a true piece of shit. All right, let's move along. That's actually all of our games. That's all of our games.
Collection Sundays after that.
Yeah, I mean, Noah, are we gonna do this tonight or are we gonna do this tomorrow? Because Noah was behind the scenes number crunching, deep into the data on the interwebs. Noah,
There he is.
are we prepared right now to show some? So if we're projecting the NCAA tournament right now, right?
Yeah.
Let's do a little bracketology since you number crunch all this stuff.
I tried. I don't have a ton of stats written down for me to tell you guys on air, but I just threw this thing together with the best of my ability right after all the games today for the stream tonight. So
it sounds like how this show was created. Right?
You think Lenardi's really crunching numbers? Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Come on. Yeah.
How about Bill Walton, his network partner? He thinks that Washington State's in, right?
Well, I mean, that I can explain that one. Bill Walton dropped a lot of acid in his day. All right.
Well, he's saying Pash.
Yeah.
Or are you saying Walton or Pash?
I think said Walton. He said Walton.
Walton's on ESPN game, and he's calling Pac-12 championship games. In the Washington
Bill Walton
State's
did a lot of
tournament.
acid. He's a huge fan of the Grateful Dead.
Did you see his clip the other day? Is calling some player a giant in the land of shriveled midgets. It's like this dude is clearly on acid.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this: I probably not the greatest announcer, but I wouldn't mind if you told me what announcer would I hang out with for a night. I mean, Marv Alberts would be intriguing, but I think it'd be a little weird. It was like that could take a turn in the wrong direction very fast.
Marv Alberts after midnight.
It's like, Marv, why are you wearing her panties on your head? Right? It's like, I don't know. But give me Bill Walton. But Walton's a 1 seed probably.
Oh, for
probably
sure.
a 1 seed. I've met.
It'd be a fun.
Although I met Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson was good.
In the entertainment,
he was cool. He was
up
cool.
there.
Yeah.
And some of my favorite things is just scrolling Twitter and it goes Bill Walton and it's just a quote from the game.
He's out of his mind.
Fred Durst says he won't stand for any, slander on Bill Walton. Look, I'm just saying. Sometimes you're listening to a call and I go, "What the fuck is he talking about?" He is
a blithering idiot.
Yeah.
There's no.
Hey, Fred Durst, it's a lot like your music. Sometimes I listen and I say, "What the fuck is this music?"
Although you loved Fred Durst's movie, you think he's a great director.
I thought that movie was actually pretty good. Everyone shat on that movie.
Which one was Travolta?
Yeah, John Travolta's in it. Is Durst a Scientologist now? Darrell says, Dundee Marv, who are you biting on tonight? Yeah, exactly. Marv Alberts is one that actually I don't think I'd want to hang out with Marv Alberts because that could get a little weird. That could get a little weird.
But, let me ask you this. I know you hate Cosby.
Yes, Colby. Right? Join in, Colby.
Hammer foul.
Put these panties on your head, Colby.
Wait, didn't he bite the girl's back or something?
Yeah, it was with the prostitute, which I give him a pass there. But I'm saying, I don't know. Some of the other stuff was a little.
That was acceptable, but everything else.
He just seems a little strange. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You watched that? Who was that? Robert Durst? Was that the documentary? Was it Robert Durst?
Yeah, Robert Durst.
Tell me Marv Albert isn't like a fucking cousin of his, because I could see that.
Similar vibe.
I could see
similar vibe.
Anyway, who would you go with besides Walton?
If I'm gonna chill with an announcer, I gotta give her. I've hated Herb Street for a long time today. No, I hate him. I hate him. I hate Herb Street. But I give him a little credit today for going in the theater and talking about punk ass kids. I think.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He tweeted out today. He was like, "I went in and I watched Creed 3. But it was a great movie. But there's all these fucking punk ass kids." Really? He didn't say fucking punk ass, but he said punk ass. I was like, "Damn, Herbie, stepping the game up." He's usually a complete pussy.
Well, it's behind the keyboard. Keyboard warrior.
Keyboard warrior.
He's a quarterback. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
Mac, who's someone that you want to party with? Announcer was
Mike Ditka.
Dick is great.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. The only problem with Ditka is I feel like he might try to punch you in the face. Like after he was his third whiskey, it's like he just I didn't like something you did. Trying to punch you in the face, and then you got to fight Mike Ditka, and that just sounds like a terrible disaster.
You know what? Actually, John Madden when he was alive.
Oh yeah,
John Madden would have been fun.
Madden seemed cool.
Yeah.
How do you see
this? Was a tough. No, Madden would be great.
Yeah, Madden would be cool.
Yeah,
I feel like Madden would fucking smoke a joint with you. I'm gonna go ahead and say Madden was on edibles and shit. Like he was.
He would take the bus. Yeah.
100%. That is a tell right there. Why do you think he's really taking the bus? I'm afraid. No, guarantee you, he's getting fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a reason he's afraid of the air.
He's high up. He's a 1 seed. He's a 1 seed.
Yeah.
Anyway, Noah. So we're talking this bracketology with our announcers here. Which ones you want to hang out with? Do you have any plays there? Is there? I know you've number crunched a lot.
He's new to the game. I've heard him on ESPN. I've heard him on Big Ten Network. Maybe a little bit of Fox too. Robbie Hummel. Give me him as a beer pong partner, and we're running. We are
beer pong partner. Deep thinking there. What about Harry Carey? Harry Carey's got to be a 1 seed here. I feel like he's got to be a 1 seed.
I got I figured it out. It's Vern Lundquist. Give me Vern.
Vern. I like Vern.
Vern
eats ass.
Vern eats ass.
Vern gets fucked up.
Vern was telling a story where he basically was put on a double date where he was blind date with the chick, and then the other chick that was with his buddy was there at the party, and he was like, "Boom, you're mine, bitch," and basically. That fat
didn't the guy go to the bathroom and he stole his girl? Yeah. Vern, who knew Vern Lundquist?
Vern Lundquist
what a G. Anyway, this is a lot of fun. We should do a whole episode on this.
Yeah,
Tony
bracketology ideas. Dude, I'll create a fucking announcer bracket that you want to party with most.
Let us know, folks, if you want our episode. Look, we got the off season coming up. We can do this for a lot of things. Daquan says Tony Romo, just so I can talk shit to him. Hey, that's always on board. Tony Romo, I can see that.
How about Musburger? If you're ever
Yeah.
If your game's shot, you hang out with Musburger. You just ogle
Musburger
chicks.
would probably be cool. He seems like Bob Costas seems terrible to me.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
You want to punch
But
him in
Costas had the pink eye, so he probably was eating ass. That's
true.
probably how he got
That's
that.
true.
Or his dog.
Yeah,
His dog
that's
ate
true.
a pink eye.
Could have been another man's ass, Patty C.
That's true.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Noah, what are we doing here, brother?
All right. Well, I mean, so I just threw together a little. People are asking for the PowerPoint, so I guess why not? Here it is.
Let's go.
Yeah, just a load of mess up here, but on the right I have the bubble picture, and inside on the left side we have the whole bracket. So if you want to run through it all, where'd Colby go?
I'm over here. I'm trying to read it.
If you need me to, I can.
Can you zoom in the tiniest bit? Actually, just read it, dude. Just read it. Just read it.
Do you want to start with the bubble or the bracket?
Let's start with the bracket and then go to the bubble.
All right. So number 1 overall seed is Alabama. Kansas would have put up an okay argument for it had they won the Big 12 tournament because they have all those quad 1 victories. They won the regular season. But right now, a lot of the metrics favor Alabama over Kansas. And this is the one bracketology set that I guess we're displaying, and it's not my own personal rankings. I'm trying to predict what the committee's going to do. And when they're ranking inside the top 3 in predictive metrics and still top 5 in net and quality metrics, Alabama is probably going to be your number 1 overall seed. I have Houston as the 2 seed, Kansas as the 3 seed, and Purdue is the 4 seed as of today, Saturday night.
Let me ask you this: if Houston were to lose without Marcus Sasser tomorrow,
they shouldn't get punished. And honestly, I still think they're above Purdue. Kansas might jump them, maybe, but in the grand scheme of things, it really does not affect them too much.
Dean says, "What up, Patty C?" There you go, buddy.
What up?
Okay, rattle off the 2 seeds.
All right, so 2 seeds. 5th overall is Texas. Jumped UCLA after winning the Big 12 tournament and UCLA losing the Big 12 tournament. And Texas has 14 quad 1 wins, 6 more than UCLA has. So UCLA is the 6th overall, 2nd seed. Arizona, they're 2 seed. I have them 7th overall. And the 8th overall 2 is Marquette after sweeping the Big East.
Fascinating. Fascinating. Patty C, you can see it on your computer too.
Okay, yeah. Look at
that.
You can actually, I think you guys can expand this too to your full screen.
Okay, yeah, I got it zoomed in now.
There we go.
I'm squinting over here trying to keep up.
I can see now. Yeah, I was the same when it was on that screen on our projector here. It's like it's very bright, but when I see it here,
it's all color coded based on the host team, so just a little bit of method to the madness, but still just kind of chaos.
I like it. I like it. It's
okay,
beautiful.
so the 3 seeds are
3 seeds. We have the top 3 seeds. Baylor. They were actually like my 6th ranked team, but since they lost to Iowa State and other teams kept winning throughout this week, they just gradually dropped. And they're now the 9th overall seed, top 3 seed. 10 is Gonzaga. They're a 3 seed. 11, Kansas State. They're a 3 seed. And 12 is Xavier. They're a 3 seed. The win over UConn actually bumped them above UConn. So UConn was originally the top 4 seed, but they jumped from the 2nd, or Xavier jumped from the 2nd 4 seed to the 4th 3 seed, if that makes sense to you guys.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
So then your 4 seeds are Indiana, Tennessee, San Diego State, and UConn?
Yes. The order goes Tennessee, UConn, San Diego State, Indiana.
Interesting. So which team? I mean, I guess we're gonna answer this more tomorrow. We're gonna go deeper into this tomorrow. But how about the 5 seeds?
So 5 seeds after today. This is the most interesting.
The 5-12s. Everyone always wants to know the 5-12s.
Yeah, this is the most interesting jump for me. Is Duke actually went from a 7 seed prior to the ACC tournament, winning it and picking up some quality ones along the way. One against Miami, one against Virginia. They are now my 4th 5 seed. Then the top 5 seeds, Virginia still. And then in the middle is Miami and TCU. The rankings don't really matter inside there, as I really don't see them flexing out of a 5 seed. You'll probably see the Hurricanes and Horned Frogs as a 5. All of that really just matters for where they get sent to, who has priority on location.
So could you imagine right now? I want to look at those
3
5-12s.
ACC 5 seeds. Could they all be upsets?
It's chaotic. There's 3 ACC 5 seeds. There's 3 Big 10 8 seeds. It's a mess.
Hold on. So let's just guess here. So then you would have your top. Wait. It would go your worst 12 against the top 5, correct?
No, it goes based on location. So the top 12 is Charleston. They get put in Greensboro, North Carolina. They would play Virginia because Virginia is close.
Sign me up for that one. That one's an awesome game.
Unlucky for Virginia. They're the top 5 seeds, so they get to basically go to the closest region or location, and that's Greensboro, but they also draw the top 12 seeds. So it's just the luck of the draw.
Okay, so then what would the other ones be then?
The next one is Oral Roberts, and they would play Miami, Florida, in Orlando, Florida.
The guard play on display there. Absolutely fantastic.
See, I'm a little curious. Do we have an official thing? I'm not questioning your method here, but I feel like when I see Lunardi maybe, or I don't even, he's the only one that I check. It seems like to be a ladder as far as like how they're seated, where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
So Lunardi on his, he does it the easy way. So it's just for social media. He'll do the top 16, which is all the 1 through 4 seeds, and that's all that everybody cares about. And then all that anybody cares about is the bubble. He's not actually making the matchups and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Joe Lunardi's doing this. I'm sorry.
For real.
Come along with the snorts.
Anyway, okay. Well, give me the other 5-12 matchups. I always find those compelling.
Yeah. Drake, 3rd 12 seed. They go to Albany, New York, and they'll play Duke.
It's my matchup that I said was going to happen.
That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. And what's the final one? It would be what? VCU.
And your last one is VCU and TCU in Orlando, Florida.
VCU would get fucked up, I think.
Yeah. I'd love to see VCU against Duke again. Remember that game back in the day?
Eric Maynard, of course. Yep. That was fantastic. I was dancing on that one. All right, let's go to the 6 seeds.
6s. St. Mary's was the top 6. They'll go to Denver, Colorado. The second 6 was Texas. No, the second 6 was Iowa State, and they'll go to Albany, New York. The third 6 seed was Texas A&M. They'll go to Sacramento, California, and the fourth 6 seed's Kentucky, and they'll go to Greensboro.
Ooh, that would pack. They would pack out that gym. That would be a Kentucky gymnasium right there.
They're gonna find a way to put Duke in Greensboro.
Yeah. Let's be honest.
Fucking home court advantage tonight.
Yeah.
So annoying, man. Hey, if all the ACC teams complain about being a Carolina-centric league, well, no wonder that these teams from North Carolina have dominated the ACC tournament.
It was in like New York City for the past few years.
A couple of years, but like, whatever. You get home field home court advantage half the time.
All right. Let's go to what do we got next? Do you
want to talk the 11s that are playing them, or go to the 7 seeds?
Well, let's go to the 7s.
All right, the 7s. We have the top 7 seed was Creighton. They're going to Des Moines, Iowa, right there.
Man, that's a tough 7 seed.
Yeah, and they'll be in Texas's region too, so that's going to be great. Watering.
They played earlier too.
Yeah.
Did they?
So Christian Bishop played for both too. Yeah,
that's correct. So actually, that cannot happen. So again, I threw this together after all the games today. So
and once again, YouTube.com/the college experience, folks. If you want to see this, we're looking at a big ass chart.
Yeah. So so Creighton's the top 7 seed, at least for me, projected. So since they can't go to Des Moines, because Texas is there, so like basically in your quadrant of 4 teams, you cannot have played one of those 4 That's just simple bracketing rules. So then the committee would probably send Creighton to Denver. So doing this on the fly now, the second 2 seed is Northwestern. They'd still go to Columbus, Ohio, I believe. I think that's closer than Des Moines. Either one of them, those sites are great for them. Then Missouri, I think they would end up going to.
I
think Noah froze up on us.
Yeah, I think so. Noah froze up. I think we're gonna go on a deeper dive tomorrow.
You know what's stunning to me though?
What's that?
Is that fucking Lunardi can get away with snorkeling? You know, like I'm learning shit that I never knew before about teams not being able to play another team in their little what do they call that?
Snork
4-team quadrant there. If they played him in the regular season, that's news to me.
Lunardi doesn't know shit. He's just a big name at this point.
Yeah, he gets that yearly salary. What happened? He must have seen something. Everyone's getting laid off. Lunardi's solid. All right, you must have. I don't know.
They're having him call games now. Hey, did you see who Purdue's 8-9 was?
No.
West Virginia and Arkansas.
Ooh. Oh, they're done. If that happens, they're done. They're done. All right, guys. Well, look, subscribe. We're gonna deep dive on this tomorrow. We'll talk about the bubble teams. 4:00, 4:00 Pacific, 7:00 Eastern. Subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. Also check out our other podcasts: College Football Experience, College Baseball Experience. Get on over to Spotify, please, or iTunes. Subscribe to the podcast, people. It really helps us. Check out Patty C's on Twitter at Patty C831. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Check out the NFL Gambling Podcast and the Ryan and Rush Show. And check out all my podcasts: College Basketball Experience, College Baseball Experience, College Football Experience, XFL Gambling Podcast, USFL Gambling Podcast. We got them. There's probably other ones I'm forgetting. So check out all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. Very excited. Until tomorrow, this is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
My celling's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. They say the Lord watches over my sins, over my head, watching hair as it thins, over the ledge, it ain't letting me in. There's still regiments and relevance to letting me win. Win, lose, or draw. You ain't prepared unless you already